Mike Jeffries, the former CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch, has been indicted in New York on charges of sex trafficking and interstate prostitution. The federal charges allege that Jeffries, along with his partner Matthew Smith and recruiter James Jacobson, orchestrated a long-running scheme exploiting vulnerable young men. Prosecutors claim that Jeffries and Smith lured these men, some as young as 19, into performing sexual acts by offering false promises of lucrative modeling opportunities with Abercrombie & Fitch. Many victims believed that attending events hosted by Jeffries would advance their careers in fashion, but instead, they were reportedly trafficked both within the US and internationally, to locations such as England, France, Italy, Morocco, and street barts. At these events, the men were often coerced into non-consensual sexual activities. The indictment, which covers crimes committed from 2008 to 2015, describes a pattern of exploitation in which Jeffries and Smith held sex events where the men were deceived or pressured into participating. Jacobson and other recruiters were tasked with bringing in these men by promising career advancement. Additionally, staff from Jeffries' family office were involved in organizing the logistics of these events, ensuring security, and supplying alcohol, drugs, and sexual paraphernalia. Some victims were also forced to sign non-disclosure agreements and surrender personal belongings, further tightening the control over them. One particularly disturbing accusation involves so-called tryouts for modeling gigs, where recruits believed they were participating in legitimate photo shoots but were instead subjected to sexual exploitation. In some cases, the men were allegedly forced to inject their genitals with substances that caused painful, long-lasting reactions. If convicted, the defendants face severe legal consequences. Jeffries, Smith, and Jacobson are charged with sex trafficking, which carries a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years and could lead to life imprisonment. The 15 counts of interstate prostitution could also result in up to 20 years in prison for each count.